Ladies and gents, welcome back. I have an update on Tamara Lich's story where she was arrested again, this time just before Canada Day celebration, as a lot of protests are planned for the Canada Day weekend. Tamara Lich was arrested apparently on terms of her bail. We have the reason why here. I'm going to get to it. Tamara Lich has been arrested in Alberta, says the Ottawa police on Twitter, for breach of court conditions, Canada-wide warrant. She will be returned to Ottawa to appear in court. She was arrested on a Canada-wide warrant for breach of her conditions. The warrant was sought by the Ottawa Police Services. The OPS is returning her to Ottawa, where she's scheduled to appear in court tomorrow. Now, what was the reason for this? Well, this picture. I'm not kidding. Ladies and gents, it was this picture right here. Well, what is the incriminating thing? Well, the incriminating thing for this picture is, well, here, this is, by the way, at the George Jonas Freedom Award ceremony, where she was awarded the George Jonas Freedom Award for 2022. The award is put on by the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms. Not exactly a fringe organization here. So here's Tamara and here's Tom Marazzo. Apparently, they're not supposed to be communicating with each other, but there is stipulation for when they can be in the same room or communicating with each other, and that would be in the presence of both of their counsel, lawyers, that would be. But yeah, this is at the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms gala that was held. There was one that was held just recently in Toronto. There was planned for the 13th of July and then August 11th in Calgary, Vancouver, and then Calgary. But we have here her lawyer, Keith Wilson, was on Viva Frei yesterday talking about exactly why they issued the warrant and why they have no grounds yet, even in this case. And I'll just have a listen here.
So she's not allowed to have communication with Tom Marazzo except in the presence of or through counsel, one of the through lawyers. Well, off camera in that photograph are her lawyers and Tom's lawyers. And someone had asked for a picture, not for posting on social media, but just to remember the event. This is a historic event. And so Tom's standing there, Tamara's there, you know, a former Army captain dressed in a nice business suit. She's in a beautiful dress. The others are dressed very formally. You know, like if you've ever seen a bunch of dirty, rotten criminals in Canada, I mean, look at that, eh?
Okay, so that's the case there. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below for Viva Frei's stream where he had Keith Wilson on. Now, it's a really long stream. I'll put the timestamp. It's around the 57-minute mark where they start talking about this. But you can watch it in its entirety. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Now, this isn't the first time that the Crown prosecution has gone after Tamara for simply a photo. If you were paying attention to the last court hearings that they had, this is the photo that got her in trouble the last time. The judge let her off on this, but this is what the Crown prosecution was going after. And the Crown prosecution was saying that because she took this photograph of a pendant that someone made for her, and she took the photograph for that person to have, they gave her a pendant, and then they took a photograph of her wearing the pendant. But because it had a truck on it, is why they wanted to throw her in jail. Because it had a truck on it, they wanted to throw her in jail. Now, let's not forget that this is for the crime, the alleged crime. She's not even convicted of a crime. This is the alleged crime of conspiring to commit mischief. Not committing mischief, but the conspiring to commit future mischief. This is what she's accused of. And this is what she's being hauled back over half of Canada, across the provinces, to go back to jail in Ontario from Alberta over, well, first it was over this, and now it's over this picture of her with Tom Marazzo, even though their counsel was right behind them when this was taken. Now, I don't know if this was inadvertently put on Facebook or whatever app it was. I believe it was Facebook where they posted this, or whomever posted this. But the Crown prosecution been scouring everywhere they can to find out if Tamara has been doing anything that doesn't fit her terms and conditions of her bail. So this is the crime. This is what they're going after her for. Now, what are people saying on Twitter about this? You got Joe Blow saying the silence from the Conservative Party on Tamara Lich witch hunt is deafening, and I would agree with that. We have Maxime Bernier saying this is disgusting. Tamara Lich is a political prisoner, and the liberal regime is persecuting her like an authoritarian regimes would do with dissidents. I will continue to support this courageous woman. And there's nothing but support out there. Anthony Frei. Don't forget the judge in Tamara Lich's bail hearing already cautioned the prosecution, who aspired to have her sent back to jail even then, but failed against the clear overreach in going after her for ideological reasons. I'm not sure if it will be the same judge that gets summoned for this case. I was assuming that it would be. I'm not sure. But if it is, well, this may not look good on the prosecution at all. As soon as they get wind that the investigators did little effort to investigate into the fact that they both had their counsel at the time, and that is within the purview of her bail conditions, Tamara Lich must be some dangerous to be made a political prisoner twice in 4 months, Herb Powell says. But yeah, this is the case. This is the case where Tamara Lich is being thrown into prison once again. We're thrown into jail for this image on the internet that she didn't post herself. She's been following the terms of her bail. But this is how furious they are and how much they want to squash this freedom movement. And that just goes to show you that it's effective and it's working. So get out there and be peaceful. And the main story behind this is to do as Tamara was suggesting, always remain peaceful. It's the most important thing. Show up, wave your flags, say your piece, and do it peacefully. I want to wish everyone a happy Canada Day. Hey, and anyone else is tuning into things, I'm going to be live on the Brando on the Go channel this evening with Derek Smith, the author of How the Prime Minister Stole Freedom. So come check that out. I'll leave a link in the description for Brando on the Go's channel. We'll be on there again this evening. And also, because it's Canada Day coming up, I'm going to be doing my usual Friday live stream on Thursday. So 1 day early for the usual weekend Friday live stream. I'll be doing it Thursday night. So tune into that. We'll see you then, and we'll see you in the next video. Keep on trucking.